Hello, it's Jen from Misfit Bakers. I just wanted to try out a new bread recipe and I thought I would take you along for the ride. Let's do it. Putting a quarter cup of white sugar in a bowl. I'm making 2 loaves, so quarter cup in each bowl. I'm using this yeast, and I'll be using 1.5 tablespoons of this yeast in each bowl. So there's one, and I'm putting it with the sugar. And then I'm going to find the 1/2 tablespoon. And I'm going to add it to our bowl. 2 cups here of really hot water, and this will help proof the yeast. See how it's getting bubbly? You can use the other one. And so you're going to let the yeast proof for about 5 minutes or so. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to use olive oil because that's what I have. And here's the second tablespoon. See how our yeast is proofing there? It's getting poofy and bubbly. Next, I am going to measure out 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And I just use regular table salt, but you can use pink sea salt or whatever you have on hand. All right, we are going to start our bread. So we're going to add, let's start with 4 cups of bread flour. It says bread flour, but honestly I use all-purpose flour. And I find it does the same thing. So we're going to add, let's start with 4 cups into the mixer here. We'll just start on low. Here's 1 cup. And 4. I like to add a majority of the flour first in order to add some extra at the end to make sure that I have the right consistency. So there's the flour in there, and I'm going to add the salt and the oil to this mix. And then I am going to put our proofed yeast. See how bubbly it is and wonderful. It's frothy. Just gonna dump that all in. Scrape it all in. Helps with the rising process, and I find that it speeds it up actually, so that you're not baking bread all day. Now, if you're wanting to make a recipe with less sugar, it's sort of a trial and error thing, but I just wanted to test this recipe out. So let's start mixing that and see how it goes. See, it's starting to cook. So that's 4 cups of flour. And I'm going to add probably another cup. So now we've added 5 cups of flour. Anyways, I'm just going to scoop some of this flour off the bottom. Make sure all the oil is in it. And we are going to knead the crap out of it. If you can see, we're using the KitchenAid dough hook here to knead it. So we're kneading this bread for about 5 minutes in the mixer. Then we're ready to form it into a nice ball and let it rise for a while. Sorry, having some crisis with my mixer today. And as you can see here, I've formed it into a nice ball, and I've got it. I've got it in a big bowl, and I'm going to put a clean tea towel over top and let it rise for an hour. So my kitchen's a wee bit cold, so I have preheated my oven to 200 degrees. What you can do is you can put it into an oven-safe dish and rise it in the oven. Once it hits 200, all you do is turn it off and then stick your dough in a oven-safe dish to rise in there with the heat that had been created when you preheated the oven. Anyways, we're going to let this rise for an hour, and I will show you what it looks like. Turns out we only needed 25 minutes for rising. This is what it looks like when it's fully rised and ready for baking. Grease your bread pans. I used cooking spray. And now they're ready for the oven. Preheat oven to 350
for 25 minutes.
For 25 minutes. This is midway through baking. Melt some butter or margarine in the microwave for 30 seconds. So what we do next is we brush our bread with some melted butter. Make it delicious. This one too. While filming this, I decided that I was going to order some new basting brushes since this one's really old. Although I'm frugal, sometimes it's just necessary. And there you have it. Cool completely and slice as you wish, and seal in a airtight container or baggie for good storage. Follow Misfit Acres NS on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook for more recipes and tips on how to be frugal. Have a nice day.